Kiyouto, Episode 9. Kodama Takano steps out of the Zazen hall and begins walking without a word. The wooden corridor is cold beneath his feet. Each step fades into the snow. He slides open a door. The air inside feels heavier. The incense room absorbs sound. Outside, snow must be falling softly. Yet even that presence feels distant. Sandalwood has settled into tatami and old wood. Light filters through the lattice, tracing a narrow band across the floor. Kodama Takano stands at the center. There is no posture, no visible tension, only stillness. Gabi realizes he is gripping the small vial. A faint tremor reaches his fingertips. He cannot tell whether it comes from the liquid or from himself. Kodama's gaze rests on it. The color of the sea. Gabi says nothing. It has deepened. Silence follows. The weave of the tatami suddenly appears sharper. You've been listening. The air from that street corner, the moment he had been stopped without warning, returns all at once. Back then, Kodama had said, "Sometimes you hear what cannot be heard." Gabi had not understood. He thought it was about music. But what he encountered in Kiyouto entered him, before sound. The night when rhythm slipped from his body. The noon when steam rose from soba and words became unnecessary. The instant when blank space felt denser than ink. The evening he sensed time itself breathing. None of it had spoken aloud, yet his body had already heard. Kodama Takano lifts his eyes. Gabriel, the sea-colored water you carry, that is Shisui. He gently raises the red vial at his chest. Moonlight slips through the lattice. Red and blue-green briefly align. Shisui is the water of a keiwaishi. A keiwaishi is one who tends life back into balance, not by adding, but by returning what was already there. He meets Gabi's eyes. Your mother was one. Gabi's breath catches. The current has not been broken. With those words, a distant night rises within him. It had been dark. Only one lamp lit the room. Outside the window, blackness. As a child, Gabi had been afraid of that dark. A stranger sat across from his mother, shoulders shaking. She did not answer at once. She simply looked at the woman's face. To the child, the silence felt unbearably long. Then she said quietly, "It's all right." Nothing more. The darkness did not change, but the woman's breathing slowly steadied. After a while, she left. The door closed. The night returned. Later, Gabi had asked, why was she crying? His mother knelt to meet his eyes. It's all right, for her and for you. He had not understood, but the night was no longer frightening. The faint scent that had filled that room now overlaps with the fragrance of the incense hall. Kodama Takano lowers his gaze back to the vial. Your sea has found its balance. He glances toward the garden. Tonight, it just happens to be a full moon. For a moment, something softens in his expression. Sit. We begin. Gabi kneels. The cold of the tatami rises through his knees. Kodama lowers himself opposite him. The boards give a faint creak. The air in the incense room tightens. Kodama encloses the vial in his hands and places them gently over Gabi's. The touch is light, yet unmistakable. Gabi closes his eyes. He tries to inhale and stops. The rhythm in his chest grows louder. In the next instant, a breath falls at the center of his brow. Sound recedes. His heartbeat falters once, then shifts. The liquid inside the vial answers. Clouds move. Moonlight slides through the lattice, crossing the floor until it reaches his forehead and the vial in his hands. Kodama Takano keeps his eyes on Shisui and slowly exhales. All right. The scent of sandalwood seems to draw nearer. Gabi opens his eyes. Kodama looks beyond the lattice. The sea does not move alone. Wind raises the waves. The sun shapes the currents. The moon pulls the tide. When it withdraws, it returns. When it rages, it settles. When it settles, it moves again. This has not changed since long ago. He lowers his gaze slightly. Because of that current, life continues. Moonlight catches the trembling surface of the vial. The sea appears to be moved, yet what is supported also supports. What is moved also generates movement. What receives light also gives light. Moonlight gathers on the sea-colored surface. A keiwaishi is the same. Restore and return. He looks at Gabi. Polish the color of your sea. Moonlight rests on the vial. Gabi tightens his grip ever so slightly. In his chest, a small flame stirs. It does not feel like standing alone.